doesn't exist, which is so insane that I have it right here. So I've been obsessed with Jony Ive and Sam Altman's recent acquisition. Sometime soon, they're gonna be launching a new piece of hardware for the future of computation. There's a lot of speculations, there's rumors online, and I actually found out how to 3D print it from home. And the prototype has two parts, a wearable component, and it also has this AI-powered docking station. Might be this like little pill-shaped thing. This will be a lens to a camera. There'll be a microphone array on here. There'll be a physical switch right here to close the camera physically and turn off the microphone array. This will probably be a magnet piece, or right now I just kind of slip it on right here. You might wear something like this. Rabbit R1 had a pretty good idea. So did the Humane AI Pen. I think what they were missing were some of the elements that I highlighted today. Here's how I did it. I used ChatGPT 4.0 to research all of the public statements that Sam Altman and Jony Ive have made over the past 7 years about hardware and software around ambient computing, AR and VR, wearable devices, generated from a really nice detailed report. I fed that report into Notebook LM by Google, turned the report into an audio podcast of two AIs that sound like humans talking about the report. I listened to it when I was on my commute and gave me new ideas to add. The next step, I need to see what this thing is going to look like. To put on the role of a creative director, I need you to create a commercial script, the cast, the lighting, the wardrobe, and the set that would produce the commercial that would sell this product. The values and the mission behind the software. You can't just make an ad saying, go buy this thing. It has to be like, what is the ethos? And so it built a new document for me on the type of commercial shoot that we would need to convey the product's philosophy, just to give me an idea of what the product might look and feel like if it was sold to me on a TV. How can I actually feel it, the weight of it? How do I get this? I asked ChatGPT, is there a format that can take code and make a 3D model? And it was like, yeah, it's called OpenSCAD. Describe your idea, and you get correct measurements on how to manufacture that. So this thing actually is machine accurate, so accurate that when I 3D printed it, you can fit a real USB port into the back of this thing, and it holds, almost as if it's a real prototype. What is so crazy about this is that it fits together, right? You got the docking station, check this out. It was so machine accurate that it snaps together like that. You'll have this on your desk, and you can have it as an ambient computer that can see what you're doing and get context from that super ultra wide lens that's gonna be on the top. Microphone array around the sides. But then when you need to leave your desktop and you need to go off in the world, you detach it from that docking station, you wear it, you pin it, however you want, and there's no screens on purpose. This is a mostly voice first device. There will be some lights on it that will let you indicate when the companion has a suggestion for you. When you need help with something, the AI is aware of what your skill set is, what your interests are, and it can offer suggestions to help you in the moment. They specifically said they do not want this to interrupt your life. If a AI companion, if you have a suggestion for me that will help me based off of what you're seeing and what you're hearing right now, I don't want you to jump in with audio. I want to feel a haptic pulse, like a little vroom, vroom, when you have something for me that's contextual and relevant. It has all of your ChatGPT OpenAI account history. It already knows a lot about you, so you don't have to re-explain yourself every time. And then the fact that it can run locally means it's like an instant AI companion. There'll probably be updates for voices, updates for different personalities, updates for different thresholds of like what language they speak in. Can they speak with profanity or non-profanity? Because those are just software updates. I try to inspire creatives and technologists and futurists that want to build a future that is worth living and caring about. So that's why I'm kind of sharing this whole prototype in the open. There's probably millions, billions, maybe trillions of dollars worth of value in this concept if it was done properly at scale and it didn't harm everybody. Rabbit R1 had a pretty good idea, and so did the Humane AI Pen. But I think what they were missing were some of the elements that I highlighted today. So if any of this comes true, I made this video first. I'll have to reshare this later on in the history if this comes true. If it doesn't come true, I don't mind it. This is just an educational video on how I'm doing like rapid prototyping. This means content creators like myself can probably move into manufacturing. There is space in here for chipsets. There's a world where I might be able to ask an AI to design custom silica, and then I have a better 3D printer of the future that can print chip bases, and then I could have my own hardware, sell it, license it, code it, fully me as a full supply chain. Someone like me might be able to run a whole supply chain one day. Maybe not yet, but at the rate of these improvements, the fact that I do not have a coding background, I do not have a manufacturing background, I don't even know what code I wrote to create this, the fact that I can do all of these things in 2025 means that I have no idea what's coming next.